Hey guys, Asal here, and today we're going to be doing yet another weapon review. Now today we're going to be talking about the RPK-12 light machine gun. Now I am aware that a lot of my weapon reviews that I have done recently, if not most of them, have been just from the vanilla based game of Battlefield 4, and I haven't really focused on any of the weapons from the new expansions such as Second Assault and moving into Naval Strike, though that will definitely change. I recognize that I haven't really been covering the more current weapons, though it is still important and I do want to cover old weapons as well. I really do think that it is more relevant to you guys to be exploring new weapons and exploring whether or not they will be effective, as those guns we don't really know and we want to learn more about them. So in the future, I do promise that I will be working more on the newer content in Battlefield and focusing less on the older content that has been around for, I don't know, 6 months now. Now, onto the RPK-12. How do you actually go about unlocking this weapon? Well, to do so, you must complete the Support Expert assignment. Now, in order to do this, you must obtain 50 ammo ribbons, obtain 200 kills with any light machine gun, and obtain 10 light machine gun ribbons. Now, 200 kills with any light machine gun and 10 light machine gun ribbons are fairly easy to come by. They'll come just from playing support, and it's really not that time consuming. 200 seems like a high number, but you will get that number fairly quickly, especially if you jump into some domination or something more close quarters where you get more kills per minute. Now, the 50 ammo ribbons, this is what can be very challenging because 50 ammo ribbons is quite a lot, and how I did this is I went into some domination on Operation Locker, and 64 players, if you can find that. There are so many people, and if you get the field upgrade where you can deploy 2 ammo bags at once, you find 2 choke points, throw it on one at one and one at the other, and you will just get so many ribbons. I'm not kidding you. You might even be able to do this in just 2 or 3 games, just because if you can get a match where everyone is clustered up just perfectly and you throw down ammo bags at both, you will just be racking in the points. It's ridiculous, really. It almost seems unfair, but I found that this was the fastest way to unlock the RPK-12. But now that does seem like quite a lot of work, and is that honestly worth it with the RPK-12? And if you want to unlock the weapons and you want to have completion in your arsenal and you want to have everything available to you, then yes, that's why I initially unlocked this weapon, just because I want to have everything. Though if I was going for a weapon that was good, I would say definitely not. The RPK-12, it's certainly not a bad weapon, but there are just so many better choices among the light machine guns. Now, why is this? The RPK-12 follows the same damage model as pretty much every gun in the game. Very standard, 25 damage maximum trailing down to 18 damage minimum, so that's fairly standard, though the magazine size of this weapon is only 61 rounds, whereas a lot of other light machine guns have very large magazines. Now, the fire rate on the RPK-12 is only 600 rounds per minute, which is fairly low, but again, that's pretty common to have a light machine gun with a lower rate of fire, because generally they are better for at range as they are more stable. Generally speaking, they are more stable weapons, so that lower rate of fire allows them to be more effective over range. But that is certainly not the case with the RPK-12. While it's certainly okay at range, it definitely does not excel at range like a lot of the other light machine guns can do. Now, why is this? Yes, the RPK-12 does have an aiming down sight accuracy of 0.2 degrees, which is a lot better than a lot of the other light machine guns coming in at 0.3 degrees. But the thing is, this weapon isn't as stable as you might think. Yes, it doesn't have much side-to-side recoil. It is more vertical recoil, which is easier to control. But the thing is, the first shot recoil on this weapon is a lot higher than all of the other light machine guns. A lot of them come in at 1 or lower, which means that you can tap fire very easily, which is very, very crucial to being effective at range. But the first shot recoil on this weapon comes in at a 1.6 multiplier, making it a lot more difficult to be effective at range than with a weapon that was much more stable and didn't have that first shot recoil. So for me, that was really just a game breaker, not to mention that we only have 61 rounds in the chamber, though it does reload quickly. Overall, this weapon just kind of seems more like just an assault rifle with a bigger than average magazine size and terrible hip fire and a low rate of fire. That's honestly what it seems to me like this weapon is, as it's really not meant to be used at range. Well, I suppose if it was meant to be used for anything, range would be where it would be used, but it simply does not excel in that range like a lot of the other light machine guns have. So overall, I'm going to say this weapon really isn't worth it. There are definitely better choices, and well, the video does make it seem like the weapon is alright. I was having a hard time getting good clips with this gun just because I was having such a frustrating time killing people. Over range was a little difficult with that first shot recoil, and up close at only 600 rounds per minute, you will get outgunned by pretty much every other gun in the game. So overall, if you want to play support and you want to have a weapon that is good at killing at range very easily, pick something other than the RPK-12 RPK-12. If you want a more slow-firing, stable light machine gun, I can recommend the LSAT. That weapon definitely performs better than the RPK-12 does at range, just because it has a bigger magazine size and a lower first shot recoil. And that's just about all I have to say about the RPK-12. Now guys, remember, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. I do really appreciate that. And guys, if you want to see more Battlefield content, or Titanfall for that matter, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So guys, with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.